Unit 11 Review, Question 38. Use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing length of the given triangle. Round your answer to the nearest tenths place if needed, and include units in your answer. Okay, so here's our given triangle. Notice that this is the right angle, okay, which means the side opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. Okay. So you need to know what you're solving for, whether it's a hypotenuse or we call the other two sides legs. And you need to know what you're solving for before you can choose the correct formula. So notice here, the Pythagorean theorem solved for the hypotenuse is C, the hypotenuse, equals the square root of a squared plus b squared, and that's referring to the other two sides, the legs. So let's write this, C equals the square root of 2 squared plus 12 squared. Okay, let's put this in the calculator. Now remember, we're going to find the part under the radical, hit the square root last, unless you're using your TI. So 2 squared plus 12 squared equals 148, and the square root is this expression. It says round to the nearest tenths place, so that would be 12.2. And the units are inches. Notice that we're finding the length of a side, and that's one-dimensional, so it's just inches. Let's look at the next one. Okay. Use the Pythagorean theorem to find the missing length. So this is like last one. Looks like this triangle is upside down. Okay, but don't let this bother you. All you need to do is locate the right angle. The side opposite is the hypotenuse. Notice we're given the hypotenuse. We want to find this side. Since it's not the hypotenuse, it's a leg. So that means we're going to use one of these formulas. Doesn't matter which leg you call A or B. So I'll call it A. Okay. So A equals, now we want the square root. The order matters. We need to use the hypotenuse first. 16.4 squared minus the square of the other leg we know. Okay. Now to compute this, okay, let's do the part under the square root sign first. So 16.4 squared minus 8.2 squared. That gives us this result. And if I take the square root to one decimal place, that's 14.2. 14.2, and our units are yards. Okay. Let's look at the last one. Number 40. Emma's new rectangular smartphone is 12.5 centimeters in length and 6.5 centimeters in width. And our question is, how long is its diagonal? And we're asked to round to the nearest tenth, include units in our answer. So let's draw a picture. So here's the rectangular cell phone. Okay. Its length is 12.5 centimeters. And its width is 6.5 centimeters. Okay, and we're asked to find how long its diagonal is. Okay, so this may seem confusing at first. You see rectangular, you think you have to do something with rectangles, but notice that this is actually a Pythagorean theorem problem because we want this length right here, okay, and we're given two lengths, and the corners of rectangles are right angles. Okay, so I labeled this 12.5 over here. That also means it's 12.5 over here. And the diagonal is the hypotenuse since it's opposite the right angle. Okay, so we're going to use this formula to find the length of the diagonal. So C equals the square root of, since we're adding the legs, it doesn't matter what order, 6.5 squared plus 12.5 squared. So first I'll compute the part under the square root, and then I will take the square root, and to the nearest tenth our answer is 14.1, and that is centimeters.